Hello and welcome to video 5 of Spirit Works, and today you can see I'm branded up. I'm in my cocktail shirt. This is what I wear when I'm out on events, but I'm in this shirt for a reason, because today I'm going to talk about rum again. I love rum, promise you we'll lay off rum for a bit after this, but I'm talking about rum. And when I'm out and about on events, I get asked quite a lot again, what's your favourite rum? Today I'm going to answer it. Yes, you can probably see it. It ain't that side, is it? There it is, look, there it is. That's the brand that I love, really resonates. They support me quite a lot with what I do, which is phenomenal, but there's more to it than that. So I'm going to take you through my journey, very short, the time is running. I want to keep this to 5 minutes if I can. So you will find in the rum category, most bartenders, especially cocktail bartenders, are aligned to a certain brand of rum. We all do it, we all have our personal favourites, because rum has very different taste, flavour profiles. It's like cognacs, it's like wine, you know. It's, I don't know what the specific term is, I can't think of the top of my head, but each country will produce very different rums to its neighbouring country due to climates and landscapes and all that kind of stuff. So here's where we're going. Right, when I first started out, 2000s and time, as I mentioned earlier in a previous video, it was all about Captain Morgan's and stuff, but the brand came out, Sailor Jerry. Loved Sailor Jerry right up until the point, and this was the point where we had loads of ginger beer rum. This made a perfect drink in there, Sailor Jerry and ginger beer, Sailor Jerry and Coke. Right up until the point they changed their recipe, 2009 I think it was. What were they thinking? They had a phenomenal brand, and I'm sorry Sailor Jerry, you messed up. They had a phenomenal brand, phenomenal product, phenomenal drink, and then they changed the recipe. So very quickly we didn't like that, so my palate started to change. Then I started to get more inquisitive about stuff. The brands that I was using quite a lot back then, never really went for Bacardi for some reason. Still don't now. I don't really like Bacardi, me personally, in my palate. I went to Havana. I love Havana. Havana 3-year-old was a great rum for daiquiris and mojitos kind of stuff. Havana 7-year-old, actually, because my palate was changing quite a bit, Havana 7-year-old was my sipping rum. Right up until the point I found El Dorado 12-year-old. Oh my God, what a phenomenal, phenomenal rum. Absolutely brilliant rum. Go and check that out. Probably about 35 quid a bottle. I haven't got any behind me, but I would show you that. But El Dorado 12-year-old, as a sipper in my time, it's brilliant. However, the landscape has changed again, because these guys, Plantation, I've been getting more and more into them over the last sort of 7 years or so, 5 to 7 years. They've been about, they've been a bit quiet, they're growing and growing and growing. I'm just going to very quickly show you the rums that I use. So I've got 4 rums here. This is kind of what the pouring rums, this is what I kind of go to. And the Plantation rums, they're owned by Alexandre Gabriel. He owns the Maison France Cognac House in France. There's a long story about that. He sells these cognac barrels to the Caribbean and the Asia rums, all that kind of stuff. But he brings them back and they get blended. So we've got lots of different rums that go into their rum that they finally sell. So this is my go-to white rum, mojitos, daiquiris, all that kind of stuff. Plantation 3-year-old, Jamaican, Barbados and Trinidad's a blend of those 3 rums going in there. Absolutely phenomenal. Where I probably about 20 quid a bottle. They're slightly more expensive than Havana, but infinitely better mojitos, daiquiris, all that kind of stuff. The next rum I'm going to show you is my go-to dark rum. Oh my God, this creates lovely punches. Mai Tais, that kind of stuff as well. It's Plantation Original Dark OD, and we've got in there Trinidad and Jamaican rums. Absolutely gorgeous. Sip that neat on its own. Again, actually, this is slightly, where I've seen it, slightly cheaper than the 3 stars. There. Then we've got this bad boy, Stiggins Fancy. This was created for Reverend Stiggins in the Charles Dickens, what's it called, the Pickwick Chronicles, something like that. So it was created for Tales of the Cocktail in New York, and it's a victim of its own success, because it's a pineapple rum. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal rum. Comes to life with a couple of cubes of ice in there. It's nothing like your Malibus or anything like that. I'm not talking sweet. I'm talking proper rum aged with pineapple. Absolutely phenomenal that. Go and check that out, Stiggins Fancy. But here's the bad boy. We're getting close. I'm going to try and wrap this up. I haven't got much left in there, look. That's all I've got. OFTD, let's have a look at that. 69%. Now, you might think that this is just there to blow people's head off. You're right, it is an overproof rum. It is a phenomenal rum. But, oh my God, it tastes so nice to drink. Absolutely gorgeous. Couple of cubes of ice. It is strong, but it is worth it. About 35 quid a bottle. Can you see that? OFTD, old fashioned traditional dark. It don't actually stand for that. That's today's question in the comments below. I ain't going to tell you what it stands for, but it don't stand for old fashioned traditional dark. That's what they printed on the label to sell it. It stands for something completely different. I don't know if you can see that on the back there. They've got these old school bartenders there, the guys that created that. And if you know a couple of them, Mr. McFadden, if you know a couple of them, you could maybe guess what that actually stands for down there. But phenomenal rum. 35 quid. If you're up near me, Kings Lynn, you can go and get these actually off the shelf in Beers of Europe, which is sort of about 8-10 miles south of Kings Lynn, Secchi, West Winch, Secchi. Online, you get these online. My go-to guys are always thedrinkshop.com, but you can get them in Master and Malt. So I've gone slightly longer than the 5 minutes. I'm really sorry, but check these guys out. Plantation Rums. That is my go-to brand. That's what I've been using for the last year or so in my business. Absolutely phenomenal rums, whether it's mojitos, daiquiris, rum and cokes, mai tais, neat sipping rums. Oh my God, and they've got another 10 rums or so. The XO, oh my God, I'll talk about the XO very soon. I've been Steve the Barman. Hit that subscribe button down there, and I will see you next time on Spiritworks.